The following video has a couple audio issues where my mic was popping. It is clearly now fixed since I'm recording this, but anyways, make sure you guys enjoy the video like always, and I'll see you guys. Alright, what's up everybody, it's Kami, and welcome to Kamimas Day 3. I'm recording at night this time, but it's earlier than it was yesterday. I'm not as tired anymore. See, I'm so excited to sit down and do this one, because this one is going to be really fun, guys. I had to sit down and think about who I wanted to pick for a little while, but I have an idea now. We are ready. Anyways, it's day 3 of Kamimas, and if you guys have been enjoying the Kamimas uploads, by the way, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and you're seeing me for the first time. What's up? I'm Kami. I do JoJo content and a bunch of other stuff, whatever I feel like talking about. But it's Kamimas Day 3, and today we're gonna be talking about our favorite JoBros. So right now, go ahead and down below into the comments section, and just tell me what your favorite JoBro is, who. And tell me why. So, starting off with part 1, I guess, I was thinking about putting William on here, but since we do have Speedwagon and William is more of the mentor, even though he is, kind of a brojo, I would rather say that, Speedwagon will be our JoBro for part 1, so we'll put Speedwagon here. So, Speedwagon, the moment he met, Jonathan, and they had their fight on Ogre Street, he had a change of heart. He was like, you're a good guy, I'm gonna help you, in any possible way that I can. To achieve your goal. I'm gonna help you and your family. Speedwagon off the bat, right? It was like this really great guy, okay? He has a change of heart. He immediately devotes his entire life to helping this guy, right? And he's there without question. He literally shows up with a bunch of cops to bust in because he's like, no, this Dio guy is shady. He's gonna try to do something. He was there when Dio, had the mask and shit, and he became a vampire. Speedwagon shot without hesitation. He did not care. He was there by Jonathan's side the entire time until he, escaped the mansion. And then when Jonathan is, leaves the mansion or whatever, as it's burning down and shit, they escape, and he's, taking care of Jonathan. He nurtures him back to health. Of course, Edina does as well. She's like, the one that's mainly sitting there, putting, cold towels on his body and stuff, treating his burns and all that. But, you get the point. Speedwagon is there the entire time, and, later on, Speedwagon starts up the Speedwagon Foundation, and he helps out Joseph, and he has the Speedwagon Foundation help the Joestar family for literally hundreds, and I mean, hundreds of years after. The Speedwagon Foundation stays there up until part 6, and it's great. Speedwagon just did so much. He did so much. He's a faithful ass dude. Moving on to part 2, we have Caesar Zappelli. Now, Caesar. In my part 2 video, I talked about Caesar, and I'm not too big on his character overall. He's the young, he's like 19 years old. He's like the young, reckless, hot-headed teenager, archetype that just wants to do things, when he feels that he should do things without, thinking and shit, doesn't care. He's just reckless. He's a ladies' man, and shit like that. Props to him, right? He's out here, trying to get this money and get these girls and shit, but Caesar's not that good. I'm not a big fan of Caesar. And like I said, I have the video on part 2 talking about all these things, so if you guys want to check that out, you can go ahead and check that out. But I'm not a fan of Caesar at all. Caesar sucks. Yeah, get salty. Caesar sucks. He's bad. Moving on to part 3 now. I had to sit down and think about this for a while because holy shit, everybody in part 3 is like, so JoBro to an extent. Like Avdol is clearly the JoBro to Joseph, right? Like, they're buddies, they're boys. Polnareff is also the JoBro to Joseph, but he's also the JoBro to Avdol and to Kakyoin and to Jotaro. And then Kakyoin is, pretty much Jotaro's first, Jotaro's friend, but Jotaro is Kakyoin's first friend, so, they're boyos. But out of the entire group, I think Polnareff is the most JoBro when it comes to just, everything. Polnareff was always there. He was always helping everybody. He felt responsible for Avdol, quote-unquote, dying the first time. And he took this burden upon his shoulders. He took the responsibility of it, and he worked to better himself so that things like that wouldn't happen again. And overall, Polnareff's character is amazing. Like, I'm gonna eventually sit down and record a video on Polnareff, probably after the 12 days of Kamimas are over. I'll go and get around to making that video. If you guys want to see me make that video, go ahead and comment down below. Be like, we want to see me make this Polnareff video. I'll make it kind of how I did the Hayato and Emporio video, except not as long, because I don't have to talk about him for 30 minutes. I mean, unless I sit down and I end up talking about him for 30 minutes. That's another, case, another situation that we'll save for another day. But as of right now, I'd say Polnareff is, the JoBro for part 3. So we'll have, him just be the JoBro that I'm counting, I guess, on this list. And then part 4. It's very clear who the JoBro is, alright? Koichi's the JoBro, and Brokuyasu is the bro, right? I don't call him Brokuyasu for nothing, alright? Koichi gets along with everybody. Okuyasu gets along with Josuke. Josuke's our main character, you know, so they're the bros. They're the two, you know, they're the dynamic duo. And I just called him Brokuyasu, right? It fits in his name. Like, this nigga has, you know, the bro in his name. It's right there. It's Brokuyasu, without a doubt. Okuyasu's awesome. Okuyasu's always, you know, stayed there by Josuke's side when he's needed to. He helps him, you know, in his very last seconds and last moments that he possibly can. And even, you know, as of right now, well, in the next JoJo episode, because this will air tomorrow, like the next episode will air, we'll see Okuyasu do some shit. Because as of right now, he's quote unquote dead. But, you know, he's not dead. For those of you that, you know, read the manga already, you guys know he's going to come back and he's doing he's gonna do some cool shit. I don't even know what that was right there for a second. Holy shit, my tongue just rolled really bad. But Okuyasu's amazing, alright? Okuyasu's a cool guy. He's the bro. Yeah, no questions about it, right? He's a bro. Part 5, I also kind of had to think about this for a bit because the team is kind of, you know, just everybody's really loyal to each other, and the team is kind of just composed of everybody being bro-like to each other, because Part 5's theme is, you know, mafias and gangs, and the whole thing with gangs is loyalty, and everybody's so loyal to each other. We talked about this a lot on the Part 5 podcast, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But what I wanted to say is that Mista is going to be our Brojo or JoBro on this list. Now, I was thinking about putting Bucciolati on here because Bucciolati is pretty much like a, you know, bro to everybody else. But I want to put Mista on here because if we're talking about, you know, just JoBros, we're talking more about the main characters of our part. So if we're talking about just everybody's relation to Giorno, I might say Mista has probably the closest relation. And, you know, aside from the fact that Mista survived with Giorno in the end, and Trish as well, and everybody else is dead, you know, he also stays along with him the longest. So, you know, they're just kind of bros. And Mista's a really cool guy, you know, really funny, I guess, entertaining, comedic relief character, kind of like Polnareff. He pretty much fills the same role-ish, except, you know, not as dramatic, I guess, at times. Now we have Part 6. I like Part 6, unlike a lot of people. I think Part 6 is really cool. I like Part 6 a lot. I like Part 6. I like Part 6. Okay, now that I'm done repeating myself on that, because I want to let you guys know, we're going to put Hermes on the list. Now, Hermes, the same shit. She is the JoBro, or the sister, I guess, of, you know, the part. She's very close to Jolene. She's the first friend that Jolene makes. She's there up until everybody dies in the ending. I would put Foo Fighters on here because Foo Fighters is also a really great character. No, I love Foo Fighters, but Foo Fighters dies really quickly, and Foo Fighters isn't there as long as Hermes is. And I could also, you know, put other characters in. I could be like, oh, Emporio's the JoBro, but not really. Emporio's there, and of course he's a friend, and, you know, everyone dies, and he loses all of his friends and shit, but he's not really... it's not to say that he's not close to Jolene, because, you know, clearly he's close to Jolene and he cares about her and wants to help her defeat Bucci, but she's just, you know, closer to Hermes. It's just a very clear thing, you know. Hermes is just like her bro. Hermes does things with her, you know, and they're just like, hey, bruh, and Hermes is just like, hey, what's up, bruh, and Jolene is like, hey, bruh, and Hermes is just like, hey, what's up, bruh, you know. So that's that. And if you guys didn't know by now, on this part, at least for part 7, of course it's going to be Gyro. Gyro's obviously the main character for the start of the Steel Ball Run manga, so you're probably thinking, why would you make him the JoBro? Well, who else am I going to make the JoBro to Johnny? You know, it's very clearly Gyro. Gyro makes shitty, dumb jokes with Johnny that only they get. So, one, inside jokes. It's a big thing between JoBros and just, you know, bros and close friends, best friends, you know. You sit here and make inside jokes with each other that nobody else understands, but hey, it's a joke between us, and, you know, that's the cool part about it, alright? Right. So they make stupid jokes with each other. There's, you know, the pizza mozzarella stuff. He teaches him to spin. He's there with him from, you know, the moment they start racing. They just develop this friendship over time. And, you know, Gyro's there with Johnny up until he dies. And, you know, they just do things together, alright? It's not hard to describe JoBros. You guys should understand how this works. But, you know, Gyro just works, alright? He's just there. And then for part 8, I guess I don't really have anybody in mind. But I'll put Yasuho up on here. Because, you know what? Yasuho is pretty cool. I like Yasuho. I don't think, you know, she's not that bad. She has a cool stand, really cool design. She's really cute, and she is technically supposed to be the Koichi of the universe, essentially in character. And I can see how she's, you know, the Koichi of the character, the Koichi of the part. Very similar in how things just pan out for both of the characters, randomly finding the Joestar and shit like that, and then shit goes down. But, you know, we'll put Yasuho up on here. She's the cute little girl next door. Best friend kind of person that you guys would just have, and she's cool. So with all of these people, you know, put in mind, like I said, I was thinking about this for a while, and I really had to think because I really like Polnareff a lot, and I've talked about how much I like Polnareff before, but I also really like Gyro, so I'm gonna have to stick with Gyro. And, you know, that's just my favorite JoBro. So like I said before, if you guys, have any other opinions, or you guys, agree with me, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. Tell me who your favorite JoBro is and why, or just, any other favorite side character. Like if you guys like, I don't know, maybe not the JoBro, just a favorite side character. Go ahead and tell me who your favorite side character is, because I don't think I'm going to make a video specifically on that. So go ahead and down below, let me know who your favorite JoBro and your favorite side character is. Once again, leave a like if you enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and feel free to subscribe and play my outro.
We can see each other in real life, just so you can feel me like a steel knife. At least so you can see the white of their eyes. Bright with surprise once they finish spitting lies. Associates is your boys, your girls, bitches, niggas, homies. Close, but really don't know me. Mom, dad, comrade, peeps, brothers, sisters, duns, dunnies. Some come around when they need some money.